We did that portion. Welcome, Richard. What's up?
Rabbi,
All right, so no.
hi, Rabbi. How you doing?
Hey, Richard. What's up?
Well, being Jewish, I just sometimes contemplate how the Christian philosophy believes that eternal salvation is through, their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. When you have 6 million people that were killed during the Holocaust, when you have people that lived before Jesus, how is it that, and it's almost, and you have this uh, ongoing belief in the Christian philosophy that if you don't believe that, I mean, literally, it's kind of like like this, almost like this secret that you are kind of an enemy
Okay.
if you don't believe that. And I
So,
just wanted to get your perspective on that.
are you a religious Jew?
No, I'm not a religious Jewish person. No.
Yeah. So, respectfully, I don't think that you have the right to comment on anything Christians believe unless you're religious yourself. Because from where you are right now, I mean, I think it would be better like for you to become a Christian than remain an atheistical Jew. And I know this sounds weird. I mean, I don't believe in Christianity. However, I view atheism as a lot more dangerous to this planet than Christianity. I rather every atheistical Jew from Marx to Woody Allen, if they believed in that rendition of Christianity, than if they kept, I mean, spewing their real religion, which is leftism. So this is more of a religious show. In terms of dialoguing with Jewish people, I'm Orthodox. So I typically speak to other Orthodox Jews about halachic issues. I don't really bash Christianity unless a Christian is challenging Orthodoxy or wants to prove that Jesus is the Messiah. I don't believe Jesus is the Messiah. However, I can't imagine where the world would be if all these Christians just became atheist. First, we have to tell the truth and then give our opinion. The reason that we have the luxuries we have in this country that we do today is because of Christians. It's not because of atheists. So I mean, even the support for Israel today, it's mainly from the Christian side.
Hmm.
I have no issue you challenging Christianity if you are offering them something in return. I proselytize. I wish every Christian dropped Jesus and became an Orthodox Jew. It doesn't bother me that they believe in Jesus. I just think the world would be better if we had more Orthodox Jews. Those are selfish pursuits. I mean, better for my kids, better for me. I'll have more kosher food. There'll be more women for my son to marry. But if someone who's an atheist is just going to make fun of religion for the sake of making fun of religion, I mean, I just can't tolerate that. So,
Yeah, I guess maybe I didn't. Maybe my in regard, I'm not an atheist. I believe in God, and I'm not making fun of it.
yeah, but
I'm
you're not
just
religious. That's the thing. I mean, so
well, I guess so. When you say religious, you're in regards to from a educational perspective, studying the Torah, that
what's
type
the
of.
point of ridiculing their ideology? Look, religions have silly ideas across the board. What's the point of attacking their ideology if you yourself, if they can't ask you questions afterwards? You know, like I rather them remain Christian than become pessimistic agnostical Jews. I have to ask what does good instead of what feels good. Of course, debating someone logically and overcoming them feels good, but does it actually do good? So I don't believe in the notion of salvation for anyone from that perspective. That only because of some creed, like God's going to let you into heaven. It's silly. Like whether it's believing that Jesus is the Messiah or because you have a Jewish mother, you'll make it to Olam Haba. Because the idea, I mean, pushed by Lubavitch and other groups like that, is that if you're Jewish, we're all going to make it into heaven after we do Gehenna for a maximum of like 12 months. Right? It's silly all around. The question is, who is actually fighting evil in this world? And it's the Christians. Christians, they're fighting for your freedoms. I don't know how you see the world, like if you're more on the left and on the right, but I think anyone on the right should be able to see this as a values issue. And we have more in common in terms of values with Christians than we do with atheists or people who challenge Christian ideas. So this is why I'm not anti-Christian. I'm pro-Torah and pro-Jewish. I don't know, like if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. No, I'm not anti-Christian. I'm asking the question. I don't feel persecuted from Christians. I don't have any issue in regards to, as I said, I had a bar mitzvah. I would be considered more of a, I guess you would consider more of a, uh, you know,
I'll
I
give
mean,
you my opinion. Here, can you
what's that?
ask me the question again? And I'll give you my opinion on it. But I have
Sure.
to put that disclaimer out there first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, I appreciate it. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I guess the other thing too, Rabbi, let me just be honest with you, because I love this. I love this. Orthodox Judaism for me is like a cult, because a lot of the things that just from and I'm not saying this to be, making, trying to pick a fight, but I'm just saying to you, a lot of the things I see so much hypocrisy with Orthodox Jews
I
and the way
agree.
in which they use
I completely
profanity.
agree.
They use profanity like it's coming out of their, guys that I've worked with in business and what have you, biggest shysters, hustlers, not ethical. I'm just telling you, and I'm Jewish,
You're right.
so
No,
you can't sit here and tell me because I'm not religious that, and I'm just all I'm trying to do is get the answers to the question. And where
Okay,
would
so
be
I
the
can
best
answer
place?
that question with a
no, no, no,
chapter
no,
in the
no. Hold on,
Bible.
hold on. Just
Yeah,
afterwards, Justice. All right. I
yeah,
completely agree with you, Richard. I completely agree that Orthodoxy, right, for the most part, is a cult. Absolutely.
yeah.
When I say Orthodox, I mean Torah observant. Religion, and you're like Meshuggah is aside. Absolutely, we're definitely a mixed bag. We're talking about ideals here, not the average Jew or the average Christian, by the way. I mean, the average
Yeah.
person who identifies as Christianity, I don't think lives up to the ideals of Jesus, for the standards of Jesus. But yeah, okay. I mean, I misspoke by just saying orthodoxy. I mean, I should have said Torah observant.
Okay.
But yes, this is why if you're going to challenge religion, it has to be offering an alternative to that religion, like some alternative. So you could say rational Judaism, ethical monotheism. I mean, set a target for them to aspire to aim at. That's all. Yeah.
No, I agree. The thing is, here's the thing. I don't. It's I'm very very Jewish in the sense of like I'm very proud to be Jewish. I have I've been approached in my life more than once. I'll be 58 in April, where someone's tried to convert me. Okay, and I've never felt like, oh, I'm going to be open to that, to even considering that. You know what I'm saying, Rabbi?
Why is
So
that a good thing?
what's that, brother?
Why is that a good thing?
Because it doesn't feel right, man. It's not something that I
We're
believe
talking
in.
about
It's
feelings now. I mean, in
well,
terms
no,
of
no.
ethics.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying to you, it.
Hey, look, I think it's silly to be proud to be Jewish. Okay, just because you happen to be born Jewish. This is just my
Okay.
personal opinion.
Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
Like, just like it's silly, for someone to be proud to be white or proud to be black, we should be proud of our accomplishments and
Hmm.
things that other people could partake in. So if you're proud to be Jewish because you know what, I wanted to eat that cheeseburger because I wanted to punch that guy in the face, but I didn't, like I was dan lechaf zchut, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. These are things to be proud of. I've heard it before. I'm proud to be Jewish, like, that we're in Pride Month now, right? What does that mean? If you're born this, then what's there to be proud of, right?
Okay.
Now, if you distinguish yourself by your actions, that's something to be proud of. But to say that I've heard the arguments, but I'm proud of my Jewishness, even though your Jewishness is not solidified via religion, right? Then that ethically doesn't make sense to me.
So, what would you recommend for me to get to search for the answers, like you said, to really to be able to combat, this kind of, where you can have that conversation, not necessarily combat, but to have that conversation, and to further, the fact that, yeah, I mean, this is believing what I believe in, not on feelings, not on, pride, just based on logic, facts, information, what have you.
I think if you begin articulating that your values come from the Bible, that's the first step, right? And that's what Christians essentially do. Theology aside, right? So we're talking about like the founding fathers, early deism, that they separated revelation and miracles from actual ethics, right? The Jefferson Bible stripped away all the miracles and stuff because they wanted to focus on ethics. They believe that God and religion should stand on ethics alone. Realize, who do you have more in common with? Atheists, and I'm not sure if you're on the right or the left, but if you realize, okay, I may have I would rather a Christian live next to me than some Antifa member, let's say,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I'm more on the right. So